Yo, listen to me. You've been looking in the mirror too long and seeing the wrong version of you. You've been staring at your reflection, judging yourself by your mistakes, your failures, setbacks, your rejections, and I came here today to tell you that version of you is expired. It's time to change the way you see yourself. Let me say this loud and clear. The way you see yourself is either your prison or your passport. Every action you take, every dream you chase, every risk you avoid, every opportunity you pass up, it all traces back to how you view you. See, too many of us are walking around with a broken mirror in our minds. We're seeing a distorted version of ourselves, a version shaped by doubt, shaped by fear, shaped by other people's opinions, shaped by what they said about us when we were too young to know better. And now we're grown, but still living under the weight of that same reflection. Still playing small because someone else said we couldn't be big. And let me tell you something, that image is lying to you. Because if you wake up every day and look in the mirror and all you see is someone who's not enough, someone who's not smart enough, not talented enough, not connected enough, then what happens? You move like it. You walk like it. You speak like it. You approach life like someone who's just trying to survive, not someone who's here to win. Listen to me, potential is not the problem. Perception is. Your gifts didn't disappear. Your purpose didn't go missing. What's missing is how you see yourself. You've been taught to see yourself through the lens of limitation, so that's what you lean into. But guess what? Your brain responds to belief. You give it a script, and it will act it out every time. So if you keep saying, I can't, your brain doesn't argue. It says, bet, we'll make that true. You keep saying, I'm not that guy. I'm not that woman. I'm not built for this. Your brain will say, cool. Let's stay where it's safe. But let me flip it. The moment you start speaking life, the moment you say, I'm built for more. I've got greatness in me. I'm not average. I'm chosen. I'm equipped. I'm ready. Now your brain gets to work on that. And the crazy part is it's not even about arrogance. It's not about ego. It's about alignment. Because when you see yourself as powerful, you stop wasting time on powerless habits. When you see yourself as valuable, you stop letting people treat you like you're disposable. When you see yourself as destined, you stop entertaining distractions. That shift in your identity is not some motivational gimmick. It's the root of everything. You cannot outperform your own self-image. You can't build a future that your identity won't support. You'll always find a way to sabotage your success if deep down you still believe you're not worthy of it. And let's be real, this world isn't waiting to crown you. You've got to claim your value before anybody else sees it. You've got to believe you belong in the room before you get the invite. Stop waiting for permission to be great. Stop asking the world to validate a version of you that you haven't even fully committed to. Because once you start seeing yourself as the one, not maybe, not someday, not if they approve, but as the one right now, your whole energy changes. You talk different. You walk different. You stop hesitating. You stop apologizing. You stop comparing. You stop dimming your light because other people can't handle your shine. And it's not just confidence, it's clarity. It's a knowing deep in your soul that says, I was made for this. It's the voice in your head that doesn't get quieter when life gets louder. It gets stronger. It gets bolder. It gets relentless. Because when the way you see yourself lines up with your calling, with your vision, with your gifts, you become dangerous to every lie, every limit, and every excuse that tried to hold you back. Look, everybody talks about goals. Everybody talks about habits. Discipline this, consistency that. But let's be real, none of that sticks if your identity doesn't match. Your behavior will always fight to stay aligned with the person you believe you are on the inside. You don't need more motivation. You don't need another YouTube video or another how-to strategy. You need to fix the foundation, because until you shift your identity, every habit you try to build will crumble under the weight of who you still think you are. If you see yourself as average, your behavior will drop to average. If you see yourself as a failure, you'll subconsciously find ways to mess things up. If you see yourself as the underdog who never wins, you'll start slow, hesitate in the middle, and quit right before the breakthrough. That's why identity is not a side note, it's the core. And here's the scary part. Most of us didn't choose our identity consciously. We inherited it. We picked it up from our environment, our upbringing, our trauma. Some of us are still living out labels that were placed on us by teachers, parents, coaches, or bullies. You're not good at math. You're lazy. You're too sensitive. You're not leadership material. And you internalize that. You wear it like a badge. You let that garbage read out the truth of who you are. But understand this, you act like who you think you are, not who you wish you were. So if you keep saying, I'm just a procrastinator, guess what? You'll always find something better to do. If you keep saying, I've always been overweight, your actions will follow the script of someone who's already decided they'll never change. You want to change your life? You've got to start identifying differently. You've got to stop saying, I want to get healthy, and start saying, I'm a healthy person who's just catching up to who I really am. You've got to stop saying, I want to be successful, and start saying, I am a success. I just haven't seen the harvest yet. Because when your identity shifts, your behavior to be sourced, it becomes natural. You don't have to push yourself to go to the gym, you go, because that's what a healthy person does. You don't have to force yourself to show up early. You show up early because that's what a professional does. It's not fake, it's alignment. You're not pretending, you're remembering. The reason change feels hard isn't because change is hard, it's because your identity hasn't caught up. It's like trying to plant a new tree in soil that still believes it's a desert. But once your inner narrative starts saying, this is who I am now, the outer habits follow. They stop being obligations and start being expressions of your truth. So stop chasing goals that don't match your self-concept. And stop trying to act like a lion when you still see yourself as a sheep. Stop begging for consistency when your identity screams chaos. You want to change your world. Change who you are at the root. Don't upgrade the surface. Rewrite the system. Install a new operating identity. Because once you see yourself as the one who shows up, the one who grinds, the one who overcomes, the one who finishes, they'll start moving like it, talking like it, walking like it, liked it. Too many people are stuck in reverse driving through life, eyes locked on the rearview mirror, wondering why they keep crashing into the same pain, the same patterns, the same limitations. Let me tell you right now, you are not your past. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You are not defined by your lowest season. That was a chapter, not the whole book. But some of you are walking around with chains on your soul, dragging your past into you. Every room, every relationship, every opportunity, you're walking in with old labels still stuck to your name. Failure, dropout, addict, and wonder why you feel heavy. You wonder why joy is hard. You wonder why you can't see clearly. It's because you're trying to build a future while carrying dead weight. And listen, yes, those things happen. The hurt is real. The trauma is real. The betrayal, the losses, the pain, they're not imaginary. But hear me, just because it happened to you doesn't mean it has to keep happening through you. Some of you are replaying the same old story on loop. And you keep wondering why you can't get new results when you're still quoting old lines. You say things like, well, I've always been like this, and that's just who I am. No, that's who you were. That's who life taught you to be when you didn't know you had a choice. But now you do. You don't have to be the product of your past. You can be the architect of your future. You don't have to live like you're broken. You can walk like someone who's been rebuilt. You don't have to identify with your damage. You can stand on your healing. Because what happened to you doesn't compare to what's been placed in you. You've got to stop seeing yourself through the lens of where you've been and start seeing yourself through the lens of where you're going. Your vision has to be louder than your memory. Stop measuring yourself by the scars and start measuring yourself by the strength it took. Breathing. You've been through things that would have crushed other people, but you're still standing. That means there's more in you. You're not too far gone. You're not too late. You're not beyond redemption. What you went through doesn't cancel your calling. If anything, it qualifies you. It gave you depth. It gave you perspective. It gave you fire. And now it's time to flip the pain into power. Flip the history into hunger. Flip the wounds into wisdom. Because when you stop identifying with your past, your decisions start changing. Your expectations change. Your standards change. You stop showing up with insecurity and start showing up with intention. You stop acting like life's happening to you and start realizing it's happening for you. You stop hiding the dark and start owning your life. You stop apologizing for who you were and start stepping into who you're becoming, because